how to make them how to make it come true. So we can try to build out some kind of machine. Machine will teach the people got stroke, right? What kind of action they should practice more. Okay, what kind of practice? What kind of action? What where the muscle could be the very weak, right? So what kind of muscle? What kind of location they should do more exercise, right? So we can measure and give them some kind of evaluation metrics to decide later they can be master. Master means that they come back to the normal behavior. Okay, yeah. Can you move on? I think it's almost done, right? So we use the same thing to try, to play the drone, right? The sensor down to the bottom is kind of homemade, right? Now we got a better sensor, right? Next, and also we use the same methodology to describe how the people can build the robot. Okay, how fast they can build the robot. Okay, using the instruction from the master. I think I'm done with you know some of the important research related to IoT. Yeah. Thanks, Iba.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry
That's
to take so
very.
long. Yeah, very long.
Yeah. No. 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 That's okay, Professor Kenneth. That's very inspiring because there are many things, many knowledge you have shared with us. So I was really inspired with many research activities you have done with your students. That's amazing. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Thank you.
think that's correct. We can also we can combine in the field of EEG. I think on these first sessions. What do you think, Professor Kenneth?
Yes. Yeah, I would say that the EEG will be the some of the kernel, right? Kernel part, right? So we write
Yeah, yeah,
something like as a share, right? Then like outside means that we kind of wrap up things to call it like IoT framework or IoT
yeah, yeah,
system like that, which means that maybe we also explore some other possibility of the of sensory data. If let's say maybe you or maybe we try domestic doctor that if we can cooperate together, right? So we can try to
yeah,
collect some data to let's say when they do some uh, exercise, right, to get back to the
yeah,
normal.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So we can, yeah, we can evaluate their progress.
yeah, yeah. I'm interested on the slide that you show when people open a door. So that's
Yeah,
I think
yes.
that's quite interesting because we can also use that as a way of we rehabilitate patients in the
Oh, yeah, yeah,
house.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's why I was. If you can show the slide again, when some how do you call it?
Yeah, Iba, do you know what
Yeah, we found some maybe. Uh,
it's like 40 or I mean, no, no, no. It's more than that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, this one.
yeah, this one. Yeah. So what data is actually what you show in the user null, user one, user two. What graph is that? The trajectory you said.
Yeah, trajectory. Actually, we do have several sensor, right? This one is just one sensor. So one
Mm.
sensor we can build up this profile using it could be like several actions, several uh, opening before, right?
Mm.
Like maybe 10, maybe 20. They try the same action maybe 10 times, right? So we can use that
Mm.
to decide the confidence level, right? So for different moments, for first of all, of course, we have to do some normalization. in time and etc. Right? We do some little stretch, right? Then we build up this kind of profile. Okay, for different users, we build this profile. Then we can say, oh, based on what they used to behave, right? Then we can say, oh, they are they can do something similar like before, right? Or they cannot do it, right? I would
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
this one can be used for people to check the stroke. People get stroke,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can evaluate the progress of
Yes,
rehabilitations by looking at those graph. I think, yeah.
yes, yeah,
Let's say for normal or healthy people, we try to find the range of data, for example, and then we can implement to stroke patients
yes.
in the form of how do you call it, motion rehabilitation or motion practice in the house.
Okay.
That can also be done. I think. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. 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 So yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I did also some studies. I think 3 years ago with my students applying mouse trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
On one of my article that I showed you, when we studied explore the mental fatigues for the students.
Uh-huh.
In that research, we developed a game, mathematical games, and then and some how do you call it? Some games that a student need to arrange pictures into one fully good pictures, and we try to evaluate the mouse trajectory. So I just remember that we also developed those study a few years ago
Yeah, wonderful,
by
wonderful.
recording the
Mm-hmm.
most.
Yes.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, very
So
interesting.
yeah, yeah. So I think we have a clear descriptions. I think now from this point, what you have done and what we did here in Surabaya.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe then I think you can, I can write, or you can also write titles. Maybe we can discuss with our student first, and then we send this proposed title via email, and then we can discuss or make some matchings
Yes.
regarding the specific or technical detail on the
Okay.
proposal. Yeah.
So do we need to create some common space, like which one you prefer, like a Dropbox or maybe uh, Google Forum or whatever that maybe, or maybe Overleaf, right? So which one
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
you,
yeah. You mean like a Google Drive or something like that?
yeah, anything that you be considered, let's say we can put the things uh, in the same common folder so that
Yeah,
people
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can also we can use Google Drive
Uh-huh.
to share files, yeah, and informations.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Let us know that we can, we can.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so I think that's a wonderful. Yeah, so we can now make quite progressive activities this afternoon.
Okay.
Before if there is a question from the students, I was wondering because you give us many ideas to our students, and now they are in the process of finding a thesis projects, Professor Kenneth. So, so
Yeah,
that's why
it's more than
I
welcome if
invite.
they are interested in some of them. Then we can work together.
Yeah, yeah,
I would
yeah,
say
yeah,
something we.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I can send
Yeah,
you the slides later. Yeah, if you want to
yeah,
get
yeah.
more.
That's a very, very nice slide. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
And
because
I
I.
see that you work very focused on the sensoring and monitoring. Yeah, that's a very good,
Mhm.
Professor Kenneth.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
sometimes we in Indonesia we sometimes we can do that because we are also busy with other administrative things that.
yeah, 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 yeah. Understood, understood. Yes.
Yeah, so I would like to give to students if maybe they have a questions to you. It's a free questions to my students. If you have any
Okay.
questions, uh, is
Also,
there any questions from the
yes.
audience?
Also, Ibad, Wawang, if you want to say something.
Yeah,
Um,
who's gonna give a questions? It's a free time now. Maybe some of students want to pose a questions. It's open. Yeah. Pak Mukhlis, ya, Pak Zulkarnain, Pak Farizal, if you want.
Maybe if I
Or
may start
you
first,
can also
Professor
pose
Arjun.
a question in Indonesia, I think, and then I can translate to to Professor Kenneth. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Mr. Iqbal.
Yeah, I just wonder about the EEG data that you're collecting. How many, how to say, how many records that you already collect, and also what the machine learning you have done so far. Just wonder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I will show you again the. So can you see this presentation
Yes,
again, Mr.
yes,
Iqbal?
yes, I can see it.
Yeah, for example, like we did several EEG measurement by using a primary data. For example, for these activities, we recorded like I think this is a 6 patient for this one, and then 6 patient for the home care. Yeah, so um, and then in the other studies, for example, for this one, I think we did like 30 participants in this study. For this one, what is it? Yeah, I think this one also somewhere in 30 patients we recorded. So this one is a different subject compared to this one. The other one, for example, for this one, I think somewhere in 20%. So we measure the EEG directly, and for these high school students, I think somewhere in 35 or 40. I don't really remember, or even maybe 60 students. So it's we have a quite EEG data primarily we measure it directly to the subjects. For I have another one that yeah, I think regarding the subjects, that is a number of subjects that we did the measurements, Mr. Iqbal. We also applied several machine learning algorithms to classify the EEG data. Yeah, sometimes we, for example, like in this wait, in this 2000, for example, wait, I think I haven't put it in 2020. Yeah, we applied some LSTM and then some algorithm, for example, like this one. We applied support vector machine. Yeah. For example, like this one, we applied naive bias. Yeah, yeah. I think and random forest also some studies. Yeah, I think that's we applied several machine learning algorithms, Mr. Iqbal. I can share you the articles if you want to look at into the. Yeah.
One question that uh, curious is about the AG tools that you just show on your system. So
Yeah, yeah.
basically, it's how to say, did did your team create by your own self, or we can buy through, or what, Professor?
Yeah. Okay. So we bought that device. I will show you the website.
Oh,
The
I see.
device name is OpenBCI, I think. Yeah, I will share you the website where we buy the device. So can you see the website now? I share to you.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tegalia
Okay. So yeah, we
users.
get our device through through we use OpenBCI, and then we got the device from this website. So you see that we have similar device like we showed you from the video. Yeah, this is the device that we use. We have several EEG electrodes actually in our campus. We have also the how do you call it? The other brands
So can
other
we
than this
also
one.
buy something similar?
Yeah, I think
I think
that's
so,
also
Professor.
possible. Yeah,
Hmm.
this is the this is the device that we use in our study now. In
Hmm.
our yeah, I think before we apply a motif, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the brand name, but before this device we use motif, I think, other brands. But this one is more complete because it consists of I think 32 channels, so we can so they have a full channel cover all of our heads. So starting from the frontal channel for our how do you call it above the eyes, that's a frontal channel until the visual cortex at the back of the heads, and auditory also. I think they have also the oh no, yeah, I think that they in some flyers they have the detailed locations of all the sensors. Yeah, there is also a possibility, as Professor Kenneth explained in the research slides just now, that we can also try to monitor or to study human mood or human emotions daily, actually. But it's going to need monitoring from in the morning until in the morning.
Yeah.
And then we can also simulate, for example, even bad news from the televisions can also introduce bad emotions to the subjects, or even SMS text from the telephone, for example, when they receive a message from their daughter or their son that they fail in the exam, or they couldn't get a new job, for example. Those short SMS actually can also change the subject's moods when we evaluate using the EEG. So, but that's gonna need continuous monitoring, like proposed in your PPT. Yeah,
Is it okay? One question more.
especially for the elderly, Mr. Iqbal, because
Oh, yeah.
there are many studies showing that emotions really give significant effects on the chronic disease that is especially owned by many older people. So sometimes, even if there is nothing happens, all the medicines has been consumed by the older people, for example, just one short telephone call from their daughter or son, for example, can also increase directly the blood glucose or cholesterol of these elderly people due to the emotions instability. So
Mhm.
I
One
think
more
that's
thing,
also
Professor ID.
yeah.
If I mean one more thing, can I add? I mean, I
Yeah,
want to add one question, Professor ID. So basically, I still wonder, for this tool, do we need some like the medical expert to operate it, or we just can use in general?
I think
Purpose?
there is a note from the device that for research activities, we can just use it directly without any suggestion from the doctors. I think the way we operate is also very easy. You just plug in all the device. There is a screw in that device, and when it's fixed, we can place a battery. I think small battery, and then there is a dongle, something like USB. When you plug in the laptop or PC, for example, and you click on the device, all the data is directly come to the dongle as a TXT file. So that's very easy to use. Uh, in our application that I just showed to you, in that application, we develop how to do the pre-processings. For example, we filter from the noise artifacts, we filter from the high voltage artifacts until we filter into subband of the EEG, alpha, theta, beta, all of the subband of the EEG. And then when we get the clear EEG data, we can do that through that application that I showed you. And then we can also do analysis. For example, we want to calculate the variance, the standard deviations of the signals and everything. Then we can explore more. Now we are in the process of analyzing those data in the frequency domains. So we try to analyze based on the frequency patterns, or for example, the power spectral density that showing a specific condition from the EEG signals. Now we are developing into that science. So I think this is very easy, and we don't need any suggestion from the doctors, except if you want to use that recommendations for a treatment, for example, then in that case you need to consult with the doctors. Even in our study, we also involve doctors in our